In this lesson, we are going to learn certain rules. The first rule that we are going to learn is that when you have a number a raised to the power n and you multiply by a number a raised to the power m, so the result will be the number a raised to the power n plus m. For example, 3 raised to the power 2 multiplied by 3 should be 3 because it's a and a. 3 to the power 3 is 3 to the power 2 plus 3, or 3 to the power 5. And this can be seen like this. 3 to the power 2 is 3 by 3. And 3 to the power 3 is, this is the same symbol, 3 by 3 by 3, 3 to the power 3. So here is 3 to the 2. Here is 3 raised to the power 3. Here is 3 raised to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the rule will work. The other rule that we will place, 3 to the power 3 divided by 3 to the power 2 is 3 to the power 3 minus 2, or written in a general way, a to the power n divided by a to the power m is a to the power n minus m. Here, 3 to the power 3 divided by 3 to the power 2 is 3 to the power 1, 3 minus 2. And this can be seen because 3 to the power 3 is 3 by 3 by 3. 3 to the power 2 is 3 by 3. And this will cancel with this one will cancel with this, and the result will be 3. So this rule is the one that we are going to use. The other rule that we are going to use is a to the n. A to the n raised to the power m. This is a to the power n multiplied by m. For example, 3 to the power 2 raised to the power 3 is 3 to the power 3 multiplied by 6. 3 to the power 6. And this can be seen because 3 to the power 2 is 3 multiplied by 3. Now, if you take this number and you raise it to the power 3, this is equal 3 multiplied by 3 one time, 3 multiplied by 3 two times, 3 multiplied by 3 three times. So this is 3 raised to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 to the power 6. So this rule works fantastic. Okay, let's go now to evaluate. We will use these 3 rules during this lesson, and let's go to evaluate the value of this expression when t equal minus 2. When t equal minus 2, you substitute the value here, and you perform the operation, and you substitute the value here, t minus 2. So minus 2 plus 5 is 3. 3 to the power 3 is 3 by 3 by 3. 3 by 3 is 9. 9 by 3, 27. So it will be 27 minus 4 times t. 4 times minus 2. T is minus 2. So it would be 27 plus minus plus 8. So it will be 35. So when t equal minus 2, this expression, the value is 35. You can test for t equal minus 5. For t equal minus 5, it will be minus 5 plus 5, 0. 0 to the power 3, 0. If t equal minus 5 by 4, minus 20 with this minus is plus 20. So I can write if if t equal minus 5, the expression takes the value, let's go to do it again, t raised to the power 3 minus 4 times minus 5. So this expression will take the value 0 raised to the power 3 plus 20. So it will be 20. So for every t, you will have, for every t that you plug in here, you will have a value. To the next question. Evaluate a multiplied by b and a multiplied by v squared. Oh, here there is a point, here there is a point. Okay. A multiplied by b squared when a equals 3 and b equals 4. If a equals 3, I can write this, I can do it in two different ways. The first way is I can plug in the numbers inside 3 by 4. A is 3, b is 4, raised to the power 2, and it will be 12 raised to the power 2, it will be 144. The other way I can do it is in the following way. A multiplied by b squared is ab multiplied by ab. But ab is 3 by 4. Multiplied by ab, 3 by 4. So this will be 12 multiplied by 12, will be 12 squared, will be 144. So two ways of doing. But now we have to do the second part of the problem. What is a multiplied by b squared? This is a different result. It takes another value, the expression. A is 3. B is 4. A multiplied by 4 is squared. A 3. B 4. 4 is squared. So the value will be 4 squared, 16. 16 multiplied by 3, 48. So this is the value. So for every a and b, for every value of a and b, the expression will take a different value. Let's go. Evaluate the area. Now we want to evaluate this area. So the area of a triangle is half of the area of a rectangle. So this is B, this is H, this is the area of the rectangle, and the area of the rectangle is B multiplied by H. B by H is the area of the rectangle, and the area of the triangle is the area of the triangle is half of the area of the rectangle. So we can write an equation that says like this. Area of the triangle is 1/2 of the area of the rectangle. Well, so we need to evaluate this area. So this area is this area, the area that is here on the triangle. What is B? B, in this case, is 100 feet. What is H? H is 300 feet. And what is the area? The area is 1/2 B multiplied by H, or 1/2 100 multiplied by 300. And 1/2 of 100 is 50. So it will be 50 multiplied by 300. And 50 multiplied by 300, 5 times 300 was 1,500. So 50 times is 15,000 times. 15,000. 15,000 what? 100 feet. 300 feet. So we write feet square. Okay, so the result will be 15,000 feet square. Let's do another problem. Another problem. In this problem, we learn the concept in mathematics of what is an object. An object, the object here is x raised to the power 5. So this is the object. So if I want to have two objects like this, I have x to the power of 55 to the power 5 plus x to the power of 5. And this is 1 apple plus 1 apple. So I have 2 apple. So x to the 5, if we can say, is 1 apple. 1 apple. So on this expression, we have to learn the idea that 3x to the 5. X to the 5 is 1 apple. 3 apple plus 6 apple should be equal 9 apple. Okay, so this is the idea to learn. So 3x to the 5 plus 6x to the 5 equal 9x to the 5. 3 apple plus 6 apple equal 9 apple. Apple, x to the 5 is an apple. So how you will sum this? How you will reduce 3 apple plus 6, let's say, pears. So we call x to the 4 pears. How you will sum? It will be 9 something? No, you cannot reduce this. This is 3. This is 1 pear, so 2 pears plus a b square. You may write this like this: 2 times a square b plus a times ab multiplied by ab. You may write this like this: 2 times a square multiplied by b, 2 pears, plus a times, now you multiply a with a square, b with b square. Can you reduce this? Can you simplify? No, you cannot simplify more, because these are pears, a squared by b. A squared by b squared is maybe apples. You cannot sum. So this is the final result. Let's go to an example. So 5 banana plus 3 banana cannot be simplified. This is the what we are writing. The number in front is named the coefficient, the 3. The 3, if you name x squared by y by apples, 3 apples, the 3 is the coefficient. What is, now we want to multiply a3 multiplied by a5. How do we multiply a3? A to the power 3 is a multiplied by a multiplied by a. So this is a3 multiply, this is the symbol, multiply by a5. A5 is something like this. So what is a3 multiplied by a5? You can see that it's the a repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it's a to the a. So we are practicing this equation. A to the n multiplied by a to the m is a multiplied by n plus m. So for example, 5 raised to the power 2. Multiplied by 5 should be the same 5. Multiplied by the raised to the third power is 5 raised to the power 2 plus 3. Or 5 raised to the power 5. So you can do it like this. If you do 5 multiplied by 5 is 5 squared. 5 cubed is 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5, 3 times. And this is 5, and how many times is repeated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the power 5. So this rule, it works perfectly. And this is the rule that you need to use. Okay, so these are the 3 rules that we want to use. X to the power n multiplied by x to the power m, a number, the x raised to the power n. A number, but the same number that is here, the same one. Raised to the power m is the same number that is here, to the power n plus m. Or you can write it instead of x with a to the power n multiplied by a to the power m is the number, the same number that is here, a to the power n plus m. For example, 5 to the power 2 multiplied by 5 to the power 3 is the same number, a, 5 to the power 5, 3 plus 2. Okay, and you can write it also like this. For example, y to the power n multiplied by y to the power m is y, the same number, raised to the power n plus m. Many ways to write the same thing. Now we have to divide. How do you divide x to the power 7 divided by x to the power 3? Well, the rule is x to the power n minus m. And let's go to repeat it. Let's go to write it here. The equation that we are going to use, that is x to the power n divided by x to the power m is x to the power n minus m. So here I have x to the power 7 divided by x to the power 3 is x to the power 7 minus 3, so it's x to the power 4. And we can check. X to the power 7 is x by x by x by x by x by x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And x to the power 3 is x by x by x. But x divided by this is a 1. X divided by x, this is another 1. The x divided by x, this is another 1. So we remain with x to the power 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 times repeated. 4, x to the power 4. So it's the same thing that this. Let's go to another problem. X to the, well, this is what I have done. Perfect. And now, let's go to divide 32 between 4, using this rule. 32 between 4. 4, we need to write it in the same base. The base is 2. 2 raised to the power 2 is 4. So the base is 2. How I can write 32? 32 is 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 is 4, 16 by 2. Oh, it's 2 to the power 5 is 32. 32 divided by 2 to the power 2 is 2 to the power 3, which is 8. And so if you divide 32 divided by 4, for sure you know that is 8, because 8 by 4 is 32. 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. Okay, so these are the rules that we have used. I don't have to repeat it. This is the same rule, rule number 1. This is the second rule for the division, rule number 2. And this is also the same rule, but written with the base, the x, like an a number, x, x, x. Okay, I hope you can catch it. Now let's go to simplify this expression. So to simplify this expression, what we will do is we will put together all the t's, all the u's, and all the v's. So let's go to put all the t's together. I see t squared, but it's the only t that I see. Now I see u5, and now I see U7. Now I see V3. And now I see V4. And now I can reduce. T4, T squared multiply U5 by U7 is U12. Multiply by V, B3 multiplied by B4. B raised to the power 4 is B7. So this is the result. This and this is the same thing. Okay, let's go to simplify this. Okay, so we put together all the A's, all the B's, and all the C's, and all the numbers. So put the 6 here, plus the 5 here. Let's go to start with the number, and plus the 2 here. So we start with the number. Now we start with the letter A. I see A to the 5. I see A minus 3. And I see A minus 2. Later on, I see B to the 4. I see B8. And I see B3. And I see C3. Everything have a multiplication operation. C3. I see C0. C0 is 1. C0 is always 1. Any number raised to the power 0 is 1 unless C is 0. If C is 0, it's something different. But if not, if C is different than 0, C to the 0 is 1. Okay. And now I see C0 and also I see C7 here. So now I can reduce. 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. 30 by 2 is 60. So it's 60 multiplied by A. A raised to the power minus 3, minus 2, minus 5. Plus 5, 0. A to the power 0. And A to the power 0 is 1. So we may not need to write it because it's a 1, and 60 multiplied by 1 is 60. Multiply. B raised to the power 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. B to the power 15 multiplied by C. C to the power 3 plus 0 is 3 plus 7 is 10. C to the power 10. So this is the final result. Let's go to the next problem. Simplify this equation now. We need to apply x to the n divided by x to the m is x to the n minus m. So I see here this operation. So it will be, and I see 20 divided by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. x5 divided by x2 is x3. And y3 divided by y minus 4, y3 divided by y minus 4 is y raised to the power 3 minus 4. Oh, is y is 3 plus 4 is y7 multiplied by y7. So this problem, you need to be careful how to do it. If it's y3 divided by y4, this is y3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is minus 1, is 1, y minus 1. And y minus 1 is 1 divided by y. It's different, okay? Okay, it's different. Y divided by 3 divided by y divided by y raised to the power 3 divided by y raised to the power 4, that y raised to the power 3 and y raised to the power minus 4. Okay. Let's go to simplify. So how we will do, we repeat square, we repeat a cubed b5, we repeat it. We put it together, the a, so it will be a to the 6. We put it together, the b, and it will be b to the 10. The other thing that we can do is to use this equation. something raised to the power n raised to the power m is a raised to the power n plus m. In this case, the something, the a, is something more complicated, is ab5 raised to the power square. So this will be the a q b5, and I multiply by 3 by 2 every term. 2 and 2, so it will be a6 b10, and this is the result. Okay, and now you simplify this equation, so it will be 8, 7 by 3, 21, b, 7 by 5, 35, divide by c, 7 by 4, 28, a, 7 by 2, 14, and b. So if I regroup this b, on the numerator we have b34, and if I regroup the a25 divided by a14, it will be a multiplied by 21 minus 14. This is 7. And the c will remain like 28. And I can write it again in this form: a7, b34, c minus 28, because 1 divided by c, 28, is the same that c minus 28. Let's go to another problem. X, Y, Z. This is already, we learned 3 raised to the power 2, 3 raised to the power 2 raised to the power 3 is the same that 3 raised to the power 6. 3 raised to the power 2 is 3 by 3. Now you repeated this expression 3 times. 1, 2, and 3 times. So this is 3 raised to the power 6. Let's go to now to practice these 10 problems that you are going to do. Okay? These are the 10 problems that you are going to do. Here is the first problem. You can write here and you can record yourself here. This is the second problem. This is the third problem. And we have done very similar problems, so I hope you will not fail. You have to do a video in the same way that I'm doing the video. And I'm sure you can do it correctly. Good luck.